Today I'm coming to you from Newport, Oregon. As some of you might know, I travel full-time with my family. Being somebody who travels and makes vlogs on my YouTube channel, I really wanted something that I can use on a regular basis to get aerial shots so I can add some dynamic perspectives to my vlogs. I'm not a beginner pilot by any means. I started out with the Phantom 2. I skipped the 3rd generation and went to the Phantom 4. Love the 4, love the capabilities, love the range, love the new camera that they put on the 4 compared to the 3. This is my DJI Phantom 4 Pro. Pound for pound, one of the most capable drones in the market today. It's capable of shooting 4K at 60 frames a second. It has a 1-inch CMOS sensor, a mechanical shutter, adjustable aperture, up to 100 megabits of data rate. This thing is a monster. But still yet, I long to have something more portable. That's why I just ordered the DJI Spark.
Meet Spark. Small, colorful, smart. A powerful flying camera that you can take anywhere.
So as many of you know by now, the DJI Spark is the newest drone that DJI just released. It comes in at a scant 142mm by 142mm. So that's about that big. So that means from the center of one of the motors to the center of the diagonal motor, it is 170mm. That's compared to a 250mm racing quadcopter in size, and also compared to the Phantom 4 Pro, which is a 350mm class quadcopter. People have been saying in the last couple of days that the DJI Spark is a great quadcopter for beginner pilots. Somebody who wants to get a drone but have never flown one. And while all of that is true, I believe that the DJI Spark can also be a great secondary drone for somebody who just wants to take quick shots and doesn't want to go through the cumbersome process of setting up your Phantom 4. So while I really love my Phantom 4 Pro, it's one of the best drones I have ever owned. It has the ability to record 4K at 60 frames per second. It's got a 1-inch CMOS sensor. And I love the color profiles that I can do. I love being able to record at up to 100 megabit per second data rate. It's got amazing raw image capturing capabilities. The video and transmission connection is rock solid all the way up to 7 kilometers. It's got a mechanical shutter and variable aperture. None of those things do me any good if I'm not using it. And that brings up the biggest drawback of owning the Phantom 4 Pro. I only take it out when the location is ideal for it. That means only when there are very few people around and have lots of time to get great aerial footage. That rules out a lot of places where I don't feel comfortable flying. First of all, I don't want to draw a lot of attention to myself. So every time I take it out, it's a relatively cumbersome process to set it up. It's not a huge drone by any means. It's a pretty compact sized drone. You can definitely carry this with you in a backpack. It's probably the only thing you're carrying in that backpack. And just because I'm buying a DJI Spark, it doesn't mean I'm getting rid of this. Both the Phantom 4 Pro and the DJI Spark have their place in a videographer and a photographer's toolkit. Ever since the Mavic Pro came out, I really wanted to buy one for its portability. But because of its capabilities overlap so much with the Phantom 4 series, I always felt like that it didn't make sense to have both. I could not quite bring myself to spending the $1,000 for either the base Mavic model or the $1,300 for the Fly More model, which is probably what you actually would want because you want the extra battery, you want the extra props, and you wanted to be able to charge them all at the same time. So when the rumors started to spread about the DJI Spark, I got pretty excited. I wanted to see its real capabilities. And what had me on the fence initially was the target audience that the DJI Spark was designed for. It seems to me that the DJI Spark was designed for entry-level drone enthusiasts that maybe have never owned a drone before. While I still think that's the case, and they're going to do a lot of business selling to entry-level drone enthusiasts, but I also think it's a great secondary drone for somebody who's already got one. Maybe not so much if you have the Mavic Pro, but if you have something in the Phantom series, the DJI Spark I think is a great complement. I can take the DJI Spark to places where I wouldn't be able to take the Phantom 4 Pro. The Phantom 4 draws a lot of attention to itself. not just in its size, but it's also much noisier when it's in flight. DJI Spark has only a 2-axis gimbal. It has eliminated the yaw axis for stabilization. But in my opinion, the yaw axis is the least important of the three. You can still get really good stabilized videos by using just the pitch and roll axis. And then there's the max video resolution of 1080p 30 frames a second. If this was going to be your only drone, that would be the reason to go ahead and get the Mavic Pro. But as a secondary drone, that resolution is adequate. The data bitrate is only going to be at 24 megabits per second, but remember, everything that's uploaded to YouTube gets compressed down below 10 megabits per second, even at HD quality. What the DJI Spark is to the Phantom 4 Pro is what a point-and-shoot camera is to a DSLR camera. For somebody who vlogs, having a portable and secondary camera adds a whole other dimension to your vlog. And obviously the quality has to be pretty good. And I think the DJI Spark's quality is very good from the videos that I've seen. It's really not about what camera you're shooting with, it's about what camera you have on you. The fact that you can have your DJI Spark on you pretty much all the time makes it that much more useful. You can fly the Spark with a controller, you can fly the Spark using your smartphone, or you can fly the Spark without any kind of controller at all, using just gestures. Whether or not that's totally practical or not, I will find out when I get the drone. And you can charge it over USB. Over USB. That's a huge, huge gain in mobility. Yeah, I know it's gonna charge very slowly over USB, but it will charge over USB. I have like a ton of these battery boxes, and now I can charge my drone with these. Thumbs up. After the DJI Spark was announced a couple days ago, I have been carefully looking at a lot of the sample videos that people have been uploading to YouTube. Even though it can only shoot 1080p at up to 24 megabits in MP4 format, the video quality seems to me is adequate for anything that you want to use on YouTube. And the fact that I'll be able to take it anywhere with me, indoors or outdoors, without having to carry a backpack full of accessories, I think that's going to be a game changer. So that's why I've ordered the DJI Spark. For $499 US, you can buy the basic DJI Spark. That doesn't come with an extra battery, doesn't come with extra props, and it doesn't come with the controller. For an extra $200, you get the controller, extra prop, an extra battery, a way to charge multiple batteries, and a carrying case. I personally think that's the only way to go. Having that extra controller unlocks the capabilities of the DJI Spark to match anything that I want to do in my YouTube videos. That's why I got the DJI Spark. Seems to me it's a no-brainer. Instead of spending $1,000 to buy the Mavic to have this mobile capability, now I can take this little drone to even more places and be able to fly it in places where I may not even want to fly the Mavic Pro. So what do you guys think? Are you an entry-level drone enthusiast? Are you an experienced drone pilot like myself? Are you buying the Spark? Let me know in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful for some of you that's considering the DJI Spark. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and let me know what you think about the DJI Spark in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.